Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. So, we are starting our today's session, and we're going to start from the index. And let's see how the index for this week looks like. Index, where is index? Nasdaq 100 index. So this index, last time when we discussed, we said we have a resistance for the NDX at the level of 12,169, and you can see clearly that the index is not able to break that level. If I zoom it and have a closer look, you see these last 5 candles, like this one green approaching towards the resistance level, and the next day it fell down and again down, and then we had a little bit jump in the market and then again down as well. This was apparently at the start, this one, if I say particularly at the start of the week, this was due to the vaccine news was in the first 2 days, index was up, and then COVID cases started coming in, market fell down, little bit of breathing sign for the market, and then again red sign for the Friday. Fridays are normally like not so good for the market overall. But the main thing is that this is a resistance level 1200 The market is still below it, and right now we don't see any major reason for the market to cross this level unless we have a major breakthrough in related to vaccine or some other big issue. Otherwise, the market will maintain this level and might move sideways to the right, or may take a minor dip. So let's see how it looks like on a weekly basis. On a weekly basis, you see this one. This is a doji candle. The doji candle means like there is indecisiveness in the market. The bears and bulls are in fight. They're not able to decide which way the market is going. No one has a control. But the thing is, like this level is below, this week's levels are below the last week's levels, and the week before was a green jump, a huge gain in the market. So this one, the current, the last week which has just passed is totally because of the two factors. The one factor was your vaccine, and the other factor which coupled together was the uh, COVID related cases, the second wave, which for which the market went down, and you might have seen that in the few initial days, Monday, Tuesday, Pfizer and related companies, not particularly Pfizer, the related medical companies, they went up, and in the later days, the tech companies like Zoom and Shop and these sort of companies started to catch up again whatever they have lost in the previous days. So this was like something going on in the market mix. So both positive and negative feelings were there. So for the upcoming week, I would say if there is no major news in the market related to vaccine, then this COVID situation will prevail. Our market will be a little choppy, and you have to be very careful during those days. And during those days, if you invest for like for few days, don't hold for a long term. So few days means a day or two, and you must close your position within the same week at least. So it will still be the same thing. So still maybe first few days will be a dodgy one, and the other ones you might see a green, but a good a good opportunity to invest in the tech stocks. So
बड़ा ही
let's
कर रहा
see
हूँ
let's
क्यों
see how
क्या
how our TSX index looks like. The TX index, surprisingly, it is green for last 3 days, and despite the fact that we have like a negative in the US market in the index, but the TSX is like going up. So normally it doesn't happen. It moves with the TSX, with the NDX. So, but the good thing is it has broken a channel. Previously, it was moving downwards in a channel. If I remove this one for the time being, it has broken this channel. If you see this, the support and resistance which we previously identified, it is not something that we have identified it today. We have identified in previous sessions. The support was 15,386, and the resistance was 16,518. So it has clearly broken this resistance and has given a green candle above that, which is a confirmation sign that this resistance has been broken. So previously, the last time it tried to break this level of 16,518, but it wasn't able to succeed. But this time it has given a clear breakout, which is a good sign for the index, and you can see a positivity in the coming weeks for this index. The next level for the index is 18,238. For sure, it will not go straight above to 18,000. It will take some right turns, some sideways, zigzag, and then eventually it will be in 18,238 levels. If we foresee, or if we see something like a negative market related to COVID in the US, a major decline, or in Canada, so you might see something red in these days and the coming days. But the overall outlook for the TSX index is positive, and you can see the RSI has also uh, started to come up. So TSX is, I would say, this time is behaving more positively than NDX. Okay, so we can start with our stocks right now, and I will start with Tesla, the most awaited one. I would say everyone want to see what's going to happen in the coming days. And before we begin on Tesla, let's share some news from you guys, how you have been doing in the last week with Tesla. Was it a beneficial week? You made some profits out of that, or you made some losses? Because not everyone will make profit. So if someone is making profit, then the other party is making loss. So let's see, you were in the profit situation or in the loss situation? Sorry, guys, the TSX which we discussed, our discussion was based on the weekly chart, not on the daily chart. If you want to look on the weekly daily chart, let's have a quick look on the daily as well. TSX daily, it is. Yeah, on the daily basis, we had only one red candle, and the last 2 days was positive. So overall, this week was a positive week, but there was not huge gain this week. But still, it was a positive week with a positive ending, and the outlooks remain the same. I mean, the positive outlook for the coming week as well. Okay, getting back to Tesla. Okay, Tesla is here. Yeah, remove the previous signs. Okay, guys. Okay, let me know how you did in Tesla. Anyone? Ankit or anyone else? How was your Tesla week? Come on, guys. It's not only me who want to speak. You can share your views as well. Someone is saying in the chat box. Okay. Took profit and sold all 10 shares. Great, Fasad. Okay, Vivek didn't buy Tesla. Okay, I bought Tesla. And yep, a few of the guys did bought it. Okay, thank you very much for sharing your views. Okay, in Tesla, the levels which we saw in the market for in the last week was maximum was like the closing. If we talk about the closing of the day, or 503, 504, 503, 500, I would say on the safer side. We want to be exact. On the closing of the day, yep, 503. These were the levels. Although it made a wick till 508. Yeah, 508 was the exact level, I would say. 508 or 509. It made a wick at that, but it couldn't sustain. So the closing was not at that level. So closing was always at 500. below 500 level during the last week, but previously it had already touched the 500 level, which was the time when there was a switch. So this time also the 500 was a benchmark, so it approached this 500 level, and then at the end of the day on Friday it gave closing at 489. So it was doing well on the news, and had people like who bought it during the week on the news, they sold it actually on the last 2 days. Someone sold on Thursday, and vast majority sold it on Friday. Now going forward, I would say stay away from Tesla for the upcoming week, and maybe the week after as well, because it will do some correction. So after the correction is done, so we are expecting it to be around again the same levels of 402 to immediate level of 450s. So 450s, the first in the first level it will fall again till 450s, and then again 420s, 30s, and 408, these levels, because this was the level from where it started picking up 408 and went to 450s on the first day, and then touched 500. So at this point of time, I would say just sell all Tesla if you are still holding it, and wait for a correction. And after the correction, you can start accumulating Tesla again on the second news when it is going to be included in S&P index, and the date for that is like 21st of December. So for 21st of December, if we see in our calendar, it is like on a Monday. So on Monday, if there is a news, so rally will start before that date. So probably on 14th, you may see a rally starting up. So you can start from 14th, or maybe like on Friday 11th, you might get very good prices. So this is the time when you can start entering it and start accumulating it. Or if you see like it is falling below 408, and we already know that 380 is the best level for this stock. If you can get hold of this price even before this 11th December, you can get that, but it might be hard. So what you can do is stay away from this after it has undergone a correction, and then you can start picking up it again, like start accumulating it from those levels. And then during that week, the good thing, or you can say, the puzzle is this: during this week you have to get out. If you are doing, like, particularly those who are trading in options, they might have to consider getting it out, because the next week will be holidays. So options will lose money during this week. So during this week, if you enter on 11, start accumulating during this week, and you might consider getting out maybe on Friday, or like on Monday when this news breaks out. But still, this is like announced 21st. Don't buy huge quantities before that. So there is a chance maybe there is a delay from 21st December, they change the date, or rally didn't start ahead. Whenever the rally starts, start accumulating at that time. Even you are like in the middle of the rally, no problem, because those guys who when the stock moved from 408 to 450, it was in the middle. Someone entered here, and they did made good profits who entered during the middle of the rally. It is not necessary that you are always at the bottom. You can't catch 100% out of it unless you were holding it. In that case, even you can't catch 100%, because on the buying side you were good, but on the selling side you don't know, like, this is the peak, like 508 is the peak, or 508 is not the peak. So maybe though people are holding at 508 and 11, expecting it to go to 540. By the way, there are voices for the stock that it might touch 540. So that's my view on this. Like, sell it right now, or maybe you have already sold it, then start accumulating it on the second wave, which we are expecting before 21st of December, when it has fallen down, and then make profit during that week and run away. So that's what I think on this stock. Vivek, would you like to share your views on this?
So far so good. It's just that Tesla has had a gap up in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, in the last 1 week.
This one.
Yeah, 400 to 446. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this gap could fill in.
Yep.
But will it be with a force? I don't know. That's one. Second, I look at it as a chart that the previous resistance was at about 440, 450, 460. The green candle between October, November. The
Between
green,
October, yeah, this one.
yeah, this one. So
Yep.
this was previous resistance at 460,
Yep.
which got crossed this time with a very solid green candle.
Yeah, with
That
volumes.
now becomes your support.
Yes.
That now becomes your support.
Yep.
So at 460, 463 should be a very strong support for the stock. It may not come down to 402 and 3 or 410.
This
At
level.
4, it may reverse and go back.
Absolutely, it is possible. This is a strong support, but at this point of time, you're absolutely right. We need to see the volumes.
Absolutely.
If there is a huge buying volume coming up at the level of 460, then it
It will
can act
shoot
as a
up.
support.
Yeah.
It might
Then
not.
target of 540 is very easily achievable.
Yes. So
That is the reason why I would watch out at 460 and see if it's falling with the volume or it is just testing waters. If
yeah,
it is testing waters, 402 is your buying price.
402.
42,
Yeah, this one next ones.
42 or 410 is your buying price.
Yep,
Yes,
between those levels. The
very
support
true.
the support term now, the first support level now comes like between 460s. 460 is a support channel. Okay, I will make it little lower than that. So yeah, this one will act as a support.
Yeah, around 450 also is fine. 455.
Yeah, so 50 to 60, this will be the support channel. So this is your support
Absolutely.
channel here, the first support, and second support is this. But at this level, you need to be very watchful of the volumes. Don't look at the price only. If the volumes are supporting this price, volumes are like high, it means that this will act as a strong support and stock can pick up again from this level. But don't like buy 100% quantity here. Leave something for the next levels. So you will average out.
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, a very good point here. So, yep, any question, guys, here on this talk? We have already spent a lot of time on this, but still, we would like to spend more if you are interested, because this was the hot cake of the week. Anyone? Okay, if you guys don't have any question, then we will move forward to the next one. The next one also I'm picking up from my own, and then the third one I will start taking it from you guys. I'll be quick on this because now those guys who watch our videos regular or who attend our sessions regular, they know these levels. So yeah, we'll quickly be going through this Shopify. Shopify, we normally discuss the Shopify, the other one,
Yeah.
Tesla one. So I will open the Tesla. Okay, these Shopify. See guys, this was the support which we previously identified 1128, and this was not identified like in last 2-3 days when stock was there. It was has already been there when the stock was like somewhere here and there, September days. So second or third time it took a support from this level of 1200, and then it started going up again, and currently it is at it is second. It has broken its resistance at 1269, so which is a good sign for this. So the next level is like 1450. 1450 is the ultimate level for this stock, but sometimes it bounces back or shows a little resistance at the level of 1350s. Yeah, or this level 1369. Last time it touched like 1369 and fell down badly. 1 point, and this point here also you see guys. At this point, it was acting as this level was acting as a resistance. So just focus on this red line, which is at 1369. So if stock is able to break this, only then we will go to 1460, and only one time I think it touched like 1500 level. This level at the top peak, this is 1500 level. See this one. So 1500 is like a little bit remote these days, but 1460 you can look for it. And the good thing is it has broken its this first level, of 1269 or 1270 and has formed a candle above that. Now you have to wait for the next resistance, which is like 1370 or 1369. This may act as a resistance for this, but due to the fact that the COVID things are like peak during these days, so stock may be able to break it. Look at the volumes. If volumes are getting low, then 1369 might be the first resistance level. If volumes are like consistent or they are like even stronger, they're getting stronger, not consistent. You have to see for the strong. Sorry, you have to see for the stronger volumes. Then it might break. But a good idea will be like sell like few of your stock, like 40-50% of stock, realize a profit at this level, and keep the remaining till it reaches the next level, and then you can earn the later earn profit from the remaining stock. Or if on the other side, if it falls down from this level, then it will come back again. When it will come back again, use the same money which you have in your pockets from selling the previous stocks. Use the same money to rebuy it again, and then again test the levels of 1370 and 1460. But due to these COVID days, there is a chance that it can touch 1460, and the market is positive as well. So that's one I'm expecting. But from the risk management point of view, I would say like sell 50% here and sell 50% at the next level. So your average selling price will be around 1400, because 1370 and then 1450. So something around 1400, you will 1400 plus will be your selling price, your average selling price. Yes, Vivek, would you like to add something here?
Tahir, just one more thing. November first week was the gap down after it retraced from 1369. And it was
November,
a big red candle.
this gap, yep.
Yeah, this
Gap,
the next to it.
this one, yeah.
November 9th, this gap. November 6th, sorry.
Yeah,
It was a retracement, big candle gap down, and the entire band, entire rectangle was almost covered in that one gap, one candle only.
Exactly. And it went down to its support level. So this was a big.
It touched almost 1200. It touched 1200, lower than 1200. On that red candle, it touched lower than 1200.
Lower than 1200. Yep, it's lower than 1200. It is coming around like 1178, and the next day it made a wick till 1140s. Yes, this is the time when most of the guys pick the stock from here.
Absolutely. So that gap will be filled in. Number one. Number two, RSI is showing a lot of room to grow.
Yeah.
RSI currently is at 52, around 52, if I'm not mistaken. Current RSI is around 50 or 52.
Okay, yep. You're right.
That is showing a lot of room to grow.
RSI is like positive as well. Yes, we have like a room there in RSI, and you can rely on that as well. So I hope I'm not.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at 1460 very easily.
1460.
But I'm looking at 1460 very easily. And with a disclaimer, I'm holding this in my portfolio. I bought it at 1230 and I bought it at 1170 also.
Good. So you have 1200 average. I got an average of 1200 as well. I have a few stocks for 1200.
Yeah. So
I started accumulating from 1250
so
till
just
11.
a disclaimer, I'm holding it. So my view is going to be biased, but I'm looking at 1460 definitely. But yes, I'll agree with what Tahir says. 1370, liquidate some stocks for a minor correction. Let it fall a little bit, re-enter again and take it to 1460.
Yeah, second time it will have a good chance to go again to that level. Even if it doesn't go again to 1460, but you will making a second turn. On the second turn, you will earn this profit which you have already lost. So you will have a second turn.
The idea is you take your profit home. At 1370, you take your profit out of the table. Wait for a slight dip. What $40-50, rebuy and then take it to 1460.
Yeah, exactly. So this
so
one
you in the bargain will keep $50 profit, extra profit.
Exactly. So even if in that scenario, second time also, let's say if it doesn't reaches this 1460 level, but in the second turn you're already taking $50, and from here to here
Absolutely.
it's also like around $50. So
Absolutely.
you will be at par. Either it touches here and goes down, or it goes straight to 1460. You will be at the same level in both scenarios. And this gap has to be filled in. Yes, you're right. This gap will be, yeah, I'm expecting this will be filled in, because this is currently at its support level and going upwards. 1370 is the next immediate level for this, and stock gonna fill this gap in during those levels. Volumes are like consistent.
Another thing,
Yeah.
if you watch out, you will realize
Mm-hmm.
that angle of elevation is almost about 70 degrees.
Yeah, this one.
The angle of climb is almost around 70 degrees, which is very steep. So it will shoot up very fast.
And it will fall very fast as well.
Of course, I'm not going to deny that fact. But the
Yeah.
climb is very fast as compared to the other climbs.
Other climbs, let's analyze in this way as well. Guys, always remember, if the stock is going up, like mostly at a straight line like this, or even more like more straighter than that, 80%, 80 degree or 90-degree angle, so it falls in the same pattern as well. So if you don't realize your profit in the same manner or the right time, then you will see a sudden fall as well, same with the same angle. So you have to be very, very
So
careful.
you have to be very quick. You have to be very quick in your liquidation or taking profits home.
Yeah.
Be very alert and quick in the profit taking.
Exactly. You can see this relationship here.
Yeah.
The angle of incline and decline like are almost the same. So here is the sharp incline. The sharp decline might be expected. So be vigilant and don't let your profit to be loosened just for the negligence. Okay, I think now we can discuss the other one. Yes, guys, your turn now. Which one you guys want
Take
to
a gold
discuss?
stock. Take Barrick or
Yes,
Kirk.
Barracks and Suncor will be the next.
Energy and gold.
Energy and gold. Yeah, these are the two stocks normally like people love to trade in the TSS.
Barrick, the world is crying.
Yeah, gold always goes opposite to the economy. If the economy
Yes.
is getting stronger, gold will fall down. If economy is going down, people will convert everything in gold and gold will shoot up. TD and ENB, please. Sure for Sahada. Baba. Okay. Okay, I will look into the chat after Barrick and then I will start taking it from the other one. Yep. We'll start from Baba. Okay. Now. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll end up ABX and then I will start going through the chat and we'll start from Baba and the rest of the things. Okay, Barrick now coming towards the next support level, I would say it has broken its support at the level of 32.01. And if you see the volumes are like a little bit higher than the previous volumes. The next level which is coming up is like I say 29. And the last time also it
29.60.
came.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one
And second is strong
29.
support at 50% retracement.
Yeah, 29.46, 50% retracement. Absolutely. But the other thing which I'm also looking at the shape of the candle. The shape of the candle is not such that it is
It will go
tending
further
to
down.
fall. There's no free fall at this point of time. The reason I will tell you why, because of this corona news. Here you can say the vaccine news played its role, and these candles were like bigger candles and started falling down. And these two candles are like dodgy candles, still indecisiveness in the market, and the gold prices overall started going up, started picking up due to the last in the last 2-3 days, and because of this second wave factors and the news coming in from all over the world related to the rapidly increasing number of cases of coronavirus, and particularly in in the US market. So gold started to pick up, and when the gold overall, the market started to pick up, the psychological support here at this level 32 didn't play its role, I would say, at this point of time. And the price for the last, that on the next day was like a little bit higher. The closing price, I would say, the closing price was higher than the previous one. So the candle is like above the previous candle, but still it's a dodgy candle, and the bears and bulls seems to be in a fight at this stage. If we talk about RSI, RSI has turned its shape, and it is getting positive here from negative to a neutral, I would say, at this stage. But still we run a risk here that it might go down below to its next support level. But this is acting as a, I would say, a psychological support. But at the same time, the gold in the world market is going up. So with having said that, it might stay here on the sideways with the dodgy candle, but this is the not right time to enter here, because you don't know if it is still taking this support. We have not seen the confirmation yet. The confirmation you will see only when it will form a green candle up with a closing of above 32.01. So at this point of time, you can say with more accuracy and with more confidence that yes, the stock has taken a support at this level. But at this point of time, don't enter. Just wait where it moves. If it goes up, take the support, or it doesn't goes up and then falls below at the next 50% retracement level. How you will determine that? For this one, let's go to investing.com and see how the world market is responding to the gold. What are the gold levels? Let's go to the commodities. In commodities, let's see the gold. So the gold here is at 1869 plus 8.25 on the last closings. It touched the levels of 1900 plus as well, but currently it is like 1870 rounded off. So in the coming days, if you see, this one is still picking up. So our candle, the shape of the candles will be better than the previous ones. Or if it stays here without any change, then same shape candle will be observed. Let's analyze this performance over the past days. Okay, so this level is acting as a support at 169. Yep, 1869 seems to be at a support level. In the 3 days back, it tried to break this, but didn't break it with good volumes. And not the volumes, I would say, it didn't break it without giving because it didn't give any closing below that level of 1870, although it made a wick, but the closing was not at that level. Closing was at its support level. And the last 2 days also, the closings are, or even the wick are at the level of 1869. So it is almost moving in the sideways direction. This is one chart that you have to look in before you invest in energy stocks, all the mining stocks, particularly the gold stock, because gold is the major driving factor. So this is a chart on this website where you need to come in and have a look how it is behaving. This is number one. Number two, you have to correlate this with your overall news in the market related to the corona and the vaccine. If you get a positive news for the vaccine, the gold will fall down, and so our ABX and other related stocks will go down, and ABX will fall more sharply because that psychological support will not play any further role. This is point number one. Number two, if on the flip side we still keep on getting the news related to the rapidly increasing number of coronaviruses, in that case gold will pick up, and the next levels 1871, and I need to change, this is 1 second. This one was 1 hour chart, sorry guys. Okay, our levels remain the same though, but it is better to support was the same. Come on. Yeah, the support level is the same, but like at the resistance level, you will see the first resistance 1889, very immediate, and the next 1900 plus. So 19, this one, and the other one at these levels. So 1913, 1931, and 1890. So from 1870 to 1890. So these levels are like very important for this. So look at this chart, look at the overall Corona market news, and then you can plan your trade in your all your gold related stocks. So that's the way how you invest, by doing your proper research, or I would say a little bit of research by looking at these two factors in the market. So let's come back again to ABX. So ABX, as we just now discussed, don't invest right now unless it will go. It has started taking a support and gives you a green candle above the level of the closing levels of 32.01. Wait for the confirmation, and then you can enter for your gains here. Last time when it went here, it made a very good rally. Now it seems to be a correction. See this pattern and this opposite pattern, incline, decline. So with the exception of these two candles here and this candle here, so if it goes here and the still market is showing you a news related to coronavirus, this can be a good entry in this stock for a considerable period of time. I would say, let's say from June here till August, but this was the corona peak time, June to August. So you might not have the same incline levels, but still you will see a good gains in this stock, but you have to wait a little. Yes, Vivek. You want to mention something here?
No, I think it's all good. It's just that I'm waiting for that gap down to close. November,
Yeah,
November first week.
yeah. We had a gap down and we discussed
November
that.
first week.
We discussed that here.
This one just at the peak.
These
Yes, this
levels.
gap down.
This one.
November first week.
November 1st week. Okay, this is November.
At the peak when the RSI touched the peak, that's the same date.
Okay. Yeah, this level.
Yes,
This gap.
this gap down.
This gap down. The small gap down here. Yeah.
Yes.
Right now it will go, but
It will take
still
time, but it will fill in.
it has some time to take up. Yeah, but when
Yes.
it goes down, always whenever there is a gap up or gap down, the stock always fills that. Look as an example here. There is a huge gap down, and in the next 4 days, there's a gap up again filled. So stock will always do that. Okay, guys. So I'm taking the next one here. Since we are discussing ABX related to gold, someone was talking about the oil, and so let's discuss the oil together then. Okay. Okay. Baba. Okay. Before Baba, since we have the investing.com here, let's discuss the crude oil as well. So these two things, like oil and the gold prices, they will impact your trading related to energy stocks. So oil is like good at this level of 42. So this 42 level is one of the resistance level of the stock. This one here, and 43.59 was the level last time when this stock moved up. Let me increase it, zoom it so you can see it more clearly on your screens. So currently it is at resistance level. If it breaks this level, the next can be here 42.95. 42.95, and the other one will be at 43 point. I will need to bring it a little bit lower to the closings of the candle. Yep, 43.5. So $1 still we have a gap to around $1 to the next two supports are two. The immediate one is 42.95. The not support resistance actually the resistance level, and coming down the flip side we have a strong support at this level of 41.45. So 41.45 on the lower side, and on the upper side the resistance is 42.95. So it will move within those levels. So keep on watching the news and the upcoming like OPEC meetings, and these ones related the news related to the supply. If the supply is like being cut down, so it can impact the positive vibe in the market. But if the supply is like maintained and the demand is falling down or the stock levels are rising, every now and then you see in the news in the market related to the stocks level, that stock level has been increased and something related to that. So during those times, normally the price falls down, or if the supply is cut down, then the price of the crude oil goes up. With this, having said that, the coronavirus news. So let's see how this behaves. If the coronavirus news is there, the pandemic situation is still there, lockdown are going like rapidly. If the country puts a lockdown or something like that, so in that case, the demand of course falls down, and the supply levels are still maintained, then the oil prices will fall down. So you have to be vigilant of that. On the flip side, when this is happening, your tech industry is going up. Someone just asked me the reason why shop is going up. So this is one of the reasons that why it is now going up, because of this virus news again back in the market. The vaccine news has cooled down, and now the pandemic news and the coronavirus news is up again. So tech stocks like Shopify and Zoom, if you have seen the movement in the Zoom for last 3-4 days, it is also up. It fell down till 370s, and now it's again at 440s, 444. It touched the level of 444, and now currently at 440 or 441. Coming back here to the oil, so oil tends to move like against the tech market. So you can hedge your risk, manage your risk with have a mix of portfolio, few the stocks related to the to tech industry, few related to the oil and gas, and then that's how you manage. But this is very volatile, so you have to be very very careful in this while dealing with the oil and gas industry. So that's how we see that we see or we do some research or analyze the market with respect to the commodities, gold and the oil. I hope these levels, you will remember these levels: 42.44 current level, next 42.95, and then if on the flip side 41.45. The good thing here is the commodity market, like we also have your futures here. So a day before the trading at night, you can see how the futures are doing. Futures are well, the not the future, the commodity market is already open. So it's not like our regular market, our regular stock market, which has a definite timing, a shorter timing, rather shorter timing as compared to the commodity market. Although we have the futures that give some indication for the stocks, but still that's not a ready market in which we trade. But in the commodity market, you have like more timings related to these markets, and the markets are like open well before the trading of our regular market starts. So you can see how the stock is going and how that particular commodity is going, let it be your gold or your crude oil, and then you can plan the movement in the related stock on the very next day. Okay, so let's move back to the next one, guys. So next one I have to take Baba. Baba has given actually a breakout from its levels. Yep. So this was a previous trend line in which the Baba was behaving. Now this level, look at this level. This is very important level. It has taken a support from this level, and this one green candle gap up and another green confirmation confirmation candle, which is like good to trade. Now I would say you are safe to trade in Baba, but relatively safe as compared to your trading in the last week because of the two reasons. Again, the pandemic situation, number one. Number two, the psychological support which it has taken. And the three, of course, the RSI. The RSI was at its lowest levels and it was about to enter the oversold area, and it has taken a support from this level and started picking up. Fourth thing, look here, the volumes. Volumes are like these were the average volumes. From the average volumes, see, the volumes are relatively higher than the last, I would say, 3 or 4 months, I would say, from June. From June till November, these candles are one of the highest candles, highest bars for the volume. So this is also a good sign for the market. Now, the important level here is, and I'm sure Vivek will pick this. So before that, I'm telling you. So this is the gap up.
Yes.
Yes. So this is like, guys, always be vigilant, and just when you're analyzing the graph, the good thing is like most of the people which I've seen, the graph is in this shape and they're analyzing. This is not a good way of analyzing the graph. What you have to do, zoom out and see the overall picture, a big picture, and only then you will be able to identify a trends which are more relevant and more accurate, I would say. So if you have like this, you will like miss many of the patterns. So zoom out a little bit, and so that you have a bigger picture. And okay, so this is the gap. So this gap has to be filled in. I was about to purchase this on the Friday after market, but I couldn't get this at my price, so kind of missed it. So still we have like pre-market. Let's see what happens in the pre-market. So this gap will fill in. So 290 is the level. And the other thing is which I'm just looking at is the Black Friday. Black Friday is 27th of November, right? Correct me guys if I'm wrong here. 27th of November. So this week, the next trading week. So next trading week can be important for the stocks like Baba, Amazon, Baba, and the other online trading things. And yep, so these things can be looked out. So Baba is one of them. So Baba next coming up level is a little bit of resistance at this level, but I would say it can break it easily because it is like not a huge resistance, and we have a gap up as well. And the positive news related to tech market as well. And then you have this Black Friday sales coming up. So this week will be important for this, and if it breaks this, it can come back again to these levels, 300. So it can touch back again at 300 level. So you can plan your trade accordingly. And those, if this scenario goes well, those who are interested in options can also look for the options for this call option. Okay, now Baba is here. Baba, we have analyzed the volumes, RSI, and then we have checked upon the price levels. Okay, so Baba is done. Guys, if you have any further questions, Baba, just let me know. I can answer that, or we can move to the next one. Welcome, Vivek. So,
Try TD, because I think Fasad has asked for TD and ENB.
yes, TD and ENB. So okay, we'll move to the TD.
Just a disclaimer again from my side. I had entered TD earlier. I've liquidated 50% of my stock holding already.
Wow. Now we all know your portfolio. Enterprise for Baba, current levels. Current levels are like good. So when
Yes, current levels for Baba are good, yes.
yeah, so in the market, but in not in the pre-market. So pre-market is normally hyped. When the market opens, sometimes you see a small fall, and those who have bought in the pre-market, they just sell it, and then after 15 minutes, it start taking up. This is a normal trend, but not always. So watch the market in the first like 15-20 minutes or so, half an hour, So after that, you can plan your trade, but the current levels of 272 are good. Okay, TD has given a breakout. Breakout is there, but on the other side, the RSI is like it overbought.
Oversold.
Yeah,
No. Overbought.
Overbought, yeah. So it is in the overbought
That's the reason why
area.
I sold off at 69.
So you sold out at 69.
I sorry, at 68. Sorry, I sold off at 68.
68 is a good one.
Yeah, I
Now,
sold off at 68. That was 50%. My next target I've kept it for 71.
so because of this gap, 72,
Yeah.
this one. Yeah.
I'm not going to wait for the gap to fill. I will sell it in between the gap only.
In between the gap, but okay, this gap has to be filled in sooner or later. But from here, it can take a small breath. It is
that is why 50% has been taken profit off.
Yeah, small correction for this RSI to cool down. Maybe at this level, it can come at this level. Well, it has a little bit like support at this. It might come here again and then start picking up. So the next levels can be here. So it will move somewhere at these levels, or maybe sometime even lower than this, like at this level, before it goes straight up to 70s level. So at this level, the fresh buying should be avoided. Those who already have this, they can, like as Vivek did, 50% already profit realized, and the next waiting for another jump. But he is still, accepting a small correction here, and then it will go up. So for the fresh buyers, avoid. This is not the time to do a fresh buying unless the RSI did the correction and it come back again either at this level of 55 or again at the level of like 30s or 40s. So that can be accumulating area, and the price at that level will be 63 for, like, I would say 20% here, 20 to 30%. And next accumulating range will be around 61. Yeah, 61 and 50. This would be the range where you will accumulate most of your quantity, and a little bit quantity here, and then the remaining quantity between 50, this level of 58
I
and
would
6.
not buy at 63. I would not buy at 63 because of the gap up at 60.
Gap up at 60. Where is this
that
one?
is in November first week. This gap.
This gap
because
up.
of this gap, I will not buy at 63. I will wait for the gap to get filled in.
Gap filled in and come below at a level of 61.
And then pick it up at 60 to take it back to 70. So I'll be a buyer at 60 at 61.8% retracement for a target of 68.
68.
Or 59 for a target of 68.
Good. So yeah, you're right. The gap is important and can be filled in easy.
Because of the gap, only because of the gap, I'm not buying at 63. Had the gap,
that's why I said
I would have bought at 63.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I said only 20%, or maybe like you can even avoid that 20% as well, because there's a gap. And this one other thing which we just discussed is the angle of elevation.
Angle of elevation is very acute. Very acute.
Yep. So close to like 80 degree, or even more than 85. So
yeah.
So this one can, or if I drag it down
is
further,
going right down from 58.
Yeah, these levels.
Rise.
So right from these levels. So the way it has gone up, it can come down at the same levels. I'm just trying to see some other pattern here. The wave pattern, elite wave. If we can see that.
A wolf wave.
Give me a second. If it is forming that level, wave.
Looking at a wolf wave? No.
I'm looking at the Elliott wave pattern.
Elliott wave, yeah.
Yeah, if it is like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, yes, it can be. If we consider this as a wave 1, let me draw this. Okay.
I've understood. All right. The first.
This one is a wave 1.
And this becomes wave 2 down.
This one becomes wave 2. I will remove this one here.
That's all right. The wave 3 is always acute.
Yeah, it will. Wave 3
Wave
is the
3 is
highest
always
wave
acute.
for the remaining weeks. I'll make it like a little bit cleaner for the other guys to understand. Then I will explain to you what is this pattern. Let me draw this and then I will explain. So this is now wave 3, and the length of wave 3 is normally greater than the other one, maybe filling the gap. And till here, okay. And the fourth one,
Will be a correction down.
yeah, it won't enter the wave 2, so it can be here till here, max. Yeah, but it has support as well, so it
All
can't
right.
fall below these levels. Okay, now the wave 5. Somewhere here. What are the previous levels?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Your
Yep,
previous level is touched.
yep.
I'm
So
satisfied.
this one is wave pattern.
Yes.
Okay, guys, let me tell you a brief overview of how it works. So every time when there's a price move, this move is within a pattern, and we have like Elliott wave pattern theory, which says that price always moves in a wave pattern, and there are like 5 waves. This wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. So the interesting thing is whether you look on a daily chart basis, you will see a pattern of this wave, the 5 wave pattern, or you look in on a weekly basis or monthly basis or even on hourly basis, the candles tend to form this wave pattern. And there are some rules attached to this wave pattern due to which you make this you make this wave theory, or you analyze the price and see where the price will come will go, because at this point in time we don't have the price till here and here, but still we have formed these waves based on the rules. What the rule says, rule number 1, okay, there is, after first wave has been formed and the second wave, you start looking at from the second wave. In the second wave, the rule is the second wave cannot go below the first wave price. So the price shall not be below this level. If the price would have been fallen below this level, then I will not make a wave pattern here. So second criteria was filled in. Now the third criteria is the third for the third wave. The third wave is like the longest of all the waves, okay, or the other thing is it can't be shorter of any of the waves. Any of the waves at this point we have like these 2 waves only, so it can't be shorter of these 2 waves. So I have made a wave till here. It tends to like almost equal to the wave 1. Why I stopped it here? Because of this gap filling, and then we have here a resistance coming in, so I stopped it here. And then the fourth wave is formed, and the rule for the fourth wave is it cannot enter the price levels of wave 2, so I stopped here again. And then the fifth wave, it touches these levels of the third wave. And so the idea is there are like 2 corrective waves here, wave 2 and wave 4, and the 2 waves where the stock goes up, 3 waves, wave 1, wave 3, and wave 5. So that's how this wave pattern works. We call it the Elliott wave pattern theory, made up of 5 waves. And now let's see how it's gonna work on TD. So TD is already in the wave 3 region. So wave 3 region can take it up higher to the levels of 70, up to the level of 77. And for this to happen, it's not necessary that it will continue its journey like straight forward. It can take some corrections. RSI and other indicators will cool down, and after that you will see the price is still going up till 77. But once this level is reached, then you will see a corrective wave falling below. So what the analysts say is like you make the huge gains within wave 3, and you need to go out of the stock when it starts falling down, because this is a corrective wave and you will lose almost everything that you have earned in wave 3. So get out of here, so, and then you will pick it up here again for the wave 5 pullback. So best entry point within this wave pattern is the start of wave 3 and the exit is the end of wave 3. So you have to catch this pattern. You can start analyzing this pattern in different stocks and see if you are able to apply, but don't apply it forcefully. If it is there, you should go for that, but don't do it just for the sake of applying it. If it is not forming the wave pattern theory, you're not able to catch it, just leave it. Otherwise, you will end up in wrong trade. Okay, so the TD is, I think, yeah, TD looks good here, as we previously mentioned, filling up in the gap, and then also this is supported by this wave pattern theory. So I think our analysis holds good on this TD stock. Yes, Vivek, you want to mention something here?
No, you covered everything.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
And
I'll give you my logic of earning at 71. Number one is a gap. I don't want to wait for the gap to get filled in completely. So I'm expecting to take some profits out. On the first dip at about 60, 66, 67, I may again enter in to take the next wave, to take the next wave to 75.
Yep.
Then I will not exit at 77. I will exit at 75, 74.
Yeah, once this gap is filled in.
Yeah, once then I will exit for that 74 or 75, and then wait for it to crash completely.
Yep.
Because the Elliott wave is reconfirming what we were thinking.
Exactly. So these can be levels are looked at, but again, guys, if we are analyzing it here again, like at 77 level, at the level of 77, it will not be a straight line for sure.
It will not be a straight line.
Yeah,
It
because
will
the
be a zigzag.
RSI is on the top, so it has to cool down.
Yes.
It will make some zigzag, cooling off, little bit correction before it resumes its journey again. So that's how we are looking at TD stock. And okay, now we can move to the next one, guys. If you have any question related to this, just message me in the chat box, and then
I think
you can answer that. Okay, Enbridge,
Enbridge and Neo.
Yeah, Neo will be the next
Neo we
one.
already done at Tesla.
Tesla we already done. If someone has missed that, wait for this video to be uploaded on the channel, and then you can watch that Tesla thing. Okay. So E and B here at this level. Okay, these seem to be the support levels for this resistance and support levels for this stock. So it has taken support from here and then resisted at the level of 40, now consolidating on the sideways. So this sideways consolidation, if it picks up, you have a room from 38 to $42, and the downside is also $2. So I would say don't enter right now unless it confirms its pattern. If it goes down till a level of 36, you can have like 60-70% of your I would say your budgeted quantity here, and the remaining ones, and then keep something for the level of 34. And then if you enter it here at this level of 36, your target shall be should be 40, the first target. And if you hold it longer than 43, but it will take time to 43, because it take a lot of time here before it fall down here, and then here as well, like when it was climbing up from a time to March till May, like 2-3 months journey. So holding on for $3 for 3 months might not be a good idea. So currently, wait for this stock to confirm its move either upward or downward, because for the last few days it is accumulating, moving sideways. So this one is the channel for this stock. A sideways channel, not recommended to trade right now. Okay, wait for the move either upward or downward, and then you can enter from here. Or if it goes upward, this will be acting as a resistance, and it can, from here it can again fall back here to the below levels. Or if it crosses here again and forms the one green candle, a green confirmation candle, and actually takes a support, and at that level you can enter this stock. But a movement here in this stock, I don't see any big move in this. Maybe I'm talking about the swing trade only. So for the swing trade, you still have, like, I would say, many good options, because the size of the candles are small. If you see from here, 41, it can show a little bit resistance of from 40 to 41, $1, and then 43, $2. Still, we have like many other stocks which have like a move which is, like, I would say, more volatile if you're looking for something quick. So that can be other options can be looked at. For me personally, I might not go. I'm not either recommending this stock, or I'm not also denying the fact that it can give you profits, but you have to be very patient. So I don't want you to be enter in the stock, and then if it is not moving, oh, it's not moving, my capital is stuck, and then you sell it off, maybe in a break even, or even like a minor loss. So don't enter in that situation. Okay, so yes, guys, the next one I'm taking up is what was Neo. Neo has formed a big rally, guys. Neo, I'm also holding Neo, but not a big quantity, a smaller one. EV. Now we're gonna pick up few EV stocks. Okay, Neo. The very interesting thing. New earnings were negative, but the Neo did not fell down despite the negative earnings because of the huge volumes. The volumes tend to be like in 270 million, 300 million, 379 million, and we got like huge volumes in Neo. Because of that, we have a price volatility as well, and this time it's a positive, and price always tends to go up related to Neo. So Neo has started its journey from here, from $3 and up, and again, so sideways movement, up, sideways. This is the pattern we identified last time. Up, sideways again, then up, sideways, and here it was a huge up. And maybe it is like planning for a next sideways move. Next sideways move. Where is my channel? Okay, guys, this can be a next sideways move for this stock, but it will be followed up again by a spike as per its previous trading pattern. A spike sideways, and then maybe you can see another spike here. The levels we are talking about are like somewhere around 56. Let me draw a pattern here. Fib ratio. Let's see what the Fibonacci ratio says. Where is Fibonacci? One. From where to take it now? I will take it from here till here, and okay, settings, come on, now drag this. Okay, this one, why it's not showing up? I wanted to draw a few more levels of this Fib retracement to see where it can go further. This 100% next level is okay. I can tell you verbally. Next level is like from after 100%, the next level is 120%. Like we have the percentages here: 23, 60, 70, 800, and 1.2, which is like 100%. So 120%. So 120% from this level to add up 20% more, which will $10 more. So 60. So 60 is the next level which we are talking about here. And you can see in many of the analyst reportings as well that they are saying something about 56 and plus. So this one, like this level is maybe the next level for this stock. This is one way to look at, and the other way which I'm looking at is this arrow. This one, this spike, if we continue the same pattern here, and let's assume that it will continue to do the same. So these are almost the same level, like 57. So 57, 60. So these are the levels that can be looked at. So if you have this stock and you already bought this, I would say, like, hold on to it, and there is a positivity or positive vibe in the market related to this stock, and even after the loss report, it has reported loss and it didn't fell down. It holded strongly onto it, and then the volumes are also high, so I see a positive movement in price related to this stock. The whole week was very good for this stock. Let me see weekly how it behaved in a weekly manner. In the weekly manner, it has always been green except for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. On the longer term, it is like always green. So this can be a stock that can be entered into, but with a stop loss, because there can be correction anytime. And if we look at the RSI, the RSI is what the RSI is saying. RSI is in overbought area. So overbought area, but it's still sustaining there. Stock is climbing and RSI tends to remain there. So this RSI is there since the stock was here, from here, like I would say, stock was at a level of 40s, 39, 40. So this channel from 40 to 49, RSI remained there. So correction is due, and it can be done anytime. But looking at the history, when the stock was here at this level, the price was here at 14. There was a little bit correction, but the price didn't fell down sharply. Unlike the other stocks, which when we undergo correction, the price falls down, because RSI has always been above these levels. So even if the RSI goes below and it is support, and the other thing that you can relate is when the RSI is still above 52, the volumes are much higher than the previous volumes when the RSI was very, very, very less in like 22 oversold area. So if it continues the same pattern with the same volumes are key here, very important. So if you see the volumes are still there, volumes are not dying, then the RSI will also show you the same pattern. And if it undergoes a correction, I'm telling you on the flip side what's going to happen if it doesn't continue its journey further. So on the flip side, it will be staying till, it will stay till here at a 50 plus. And when RSI is above 50, so we say the trend is still positive. 50 is neutral and below 50 is a negative trend. So it will stay here. And how you're going to know that it's going to stay above 52? Volumes will tell you. If you see still the same strength in the volumes, even if the RSI is going down, it can be a little bit correction. And this correction, and it can rebound again at these levels and continue its journey upwards. But if you see it has fallen below 52, the RSI has fallen below that level, then exit. This can be can be a big correction, so plan your trade accordingly. But right now, sideways move is expected, maybe a little bit correction, but in the long run, our levels are like touching 60s. Yes, Vivek, you want to add something here?
No, I think you're covered everything.
Okay, that's good. So we are moving to the next one. What was the next one, guys? I'll look in the chat. Suncor, yeah, sure. Suncor. I hope I haven't missed any.
Suncor, Just Energy,
Okay.
all the energy stocks.
Goose, Fasahat, Goose.
Goose also, I think Fasad also asked for Goose.
Okay, yeah, we will go for Goose and then we'll go for Suncor. Canadian one. I'm going for Canadian one because normally we discuss this one.
Ooh.
Canadian Goose currently at its resistance, showing a resistance and not moving up. Last time it broke it, but was not able to sustain this level. Was not sustainable. So this time it is currently at its resistance level and may fall down. Number one, because of the resistance. Number two, the RSI is shaping downward. RSI support level is resistance level is also there. RSI has fallen down from its resistance. Price is there, and the volumes are like not surprising. Okay, at the same average levels, neither higher nor lower. The last candle was a high volume, maybe because of the selling effect. You might have sold this. 5 November earnings were estimated negative, reported positive. It was a little bit surprised, not a little bit, 100, but in terms of nominal value, it's like a little bit. As compared to the previous one was loss, and here positive profit, loss, and profit again. So Goose Energy, the Goose Holdings, Canada Goose Holdings is currently at its resistance level. If in the next trading day, still it is opening with a gap down, or it is not trading above the pivot point. Pivot point here would be, I'm not doing exact calculation, but still I'm telling you 46 and 44 and 40, 45, above 45 I would say. Yeah, 45.3 or 45.2. If it is not going above this level of 45.2 on the next trading day, then you may consider exiting this trade based on the fact that RSI is down, and then based on the other reason of this psychological resistance here, and the third one is it is not moving up, or it's not breaking its level of 45.2. You can calculate it opening plus sorry which is there are two ways to do. One is you can take opening price, closing price, higher point, and a lower point divided by 4. This is one way. The other way is they take three levels. One is a higher point, lower point, and the closing. So these three prices divide by 3. So you get almost the same levels, and you get your pivot point. And from that pivot point, see if it is trading above that pivot point. So you can either hold on to it, or at those times when we are planning to buy, you can enter the trade if the stock is trading above its pivot levels. So the same goes here if you want to exit. And then the next levels can be for this stock will be 41.24. 41.24, and currently it is at 40. Resistance is at 46. 41 to 46. These are the levels for the Canada Goose. Currently, it is behaving in this channel, and look at the volumes as well. Okay, now we're gonna move to the next stock. If you have got any question related to Goose, just text me in the chat box, and then I will be able to answer you there. Now we are moving to the next one, Suncor. SU, Suncor Energy. Okay. Suncor Energy, I try to draw this wave pattern before, just I draw that. Maybe in future it depicts that level, but the wave 2 is not super impressive. Wave 2 has like gone below or just at the level of wave 1. So as per the Elliott wave pattern theory, the wave 2 does not correspond to that wave 5 wave pattern theory. So just don't mix these things here. This is one of the example that you can't put this theory everywhere, only when it is forming that particular pattern. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is Suncor. Suncor is 22.56 are the good levels for this stock. I mean, from the selling point of view, I can see one resistance at this level as well, and then a support, a minor support at minor one here at this 17. So currently it is trading at 20.17. 21 can act as a resistance. If you are holding this, you can sell it off at 21.1 and then re-enter again at the levels of 17 or even below that, somewhere around this level of 14.9 or 15. Relate this to our discussion on the crude oil, which we had a couple of minutes ago. So crude oil, and the crude oil is related to your economy, the coronavirus pandemic. So if economy falls down due to pandemic reasons, and crude oil will also fall down if there is no cut in the supply. Crude oil falls down, then you will have impact on the Suncor as well. So relate all these political news, the economical news, the news in the commodity market, and then see at the pattern of the Suncor and Suncor prices, you will be able to do a better trade. The second thing here is the RSI. The RSI is like now fully exhausted at the level of 70, and it don't have a tendency to go beyond this level. Look at the history. Check the history. This was the maximum area. It went one time, okay, and most of the time it stayed here. So I will pull it down so that, yep. So again, it touched here almost, it was almost there, and then climbed it till there and moved on the right side, becoming a neutral thing, and it may fall for, it may curve down in a declining shape. It will all depend upon your international crude oil prices, and then you can relate to your trade accordingly what's going on in the market for the pandemic and the crude oil. So levels for this is 21 on the upper side, and on the lower side is 17. Where at this point of time, if we talk about risk to reward ratio, so it's not like, I would say, favorable. So it's not favorable. So don't enter it right now. Market will give you many opportunities. So look for any other opportunity that in which your price to risk to reward ratio is positive, it's favorable. So enter in in that stock. Don't enter in any stock where you are not sure that it's gonna move up. So at the time when you buy the stock starts falling down. Many of our colleagues, that they complain this: when they enter, the stock falls down, and when they sell, the stock goes up. So consider the risk to reward ratio. If the risk to reward ratio is favorable, you have like more chances of getting into a successful trade, a win trade. And if the risk to reward ratio is negative, so don't take a risk, because this is not the only stock in the market, and TSX is not the only market. You have like tons of stocks in the market. The market will give you opportunities every now and then. So control your emotions. If you are like entering in a trade that you really want to enter, but at the same time you run a huge risk. So it all depends upon your risk appetite. Okay, guys, so Senko is done, and then next one,
JE.
JE. Okay, I will take JE, and that will be our last stock for today. Unless Anyone ask for that? Otherwise, we will end the session for today with JE. JE.
TSX.
Okay, TSX. Just energy. Okay, it is moving in sideways. So when stock is moving sideways, we know we don't trade in that. So fresh buying should be avoided here. So no fresh buying in this stock unless it gives breakout on the either side, and then you will plan accordingly. RSI is also depicting the same. On the sideways, volumes are still there, reported a loss, and after the loss it fell little bit down. Overall trend is sideways. After the volume from here, it fell down here, and it is at its, I would say, a support level in the shorter period of time, in a very short period of time. And one trend that we have seen is after the earning, if the stock has fallen down, it will move in sideways, and then it will again cover up those levels. So it has fallen down from 8 till 6, from 8 to 6, and it can cover up again all the points that it have lost due to earnings, due to earning pressure. From here again it can move upwards here. This can be level 7.74, which it has lost. So up here in this candle there was upside price rejection, showing that this was a resistance level. Okay. Showing that this was a resistance level for this stock. Now coming back again, came back again to a level of 6.43 because of this earning pressure, and a quick one can be at the level of 7.74. But at this point in time, this one is not the stock for the long term holding, because if you look at the stock for the long term period, it has like fallen down. Okay, or I can make it here as well. In the long term, it is going down, and after, in the long term channel, after going down, it is consolidating. So unless it gives a breakout from this channel in either direction, your long term trade is not viable, it's not advisable. But a short term can be done just to cover up the earning pressure. So that can be done a quick one, and then other one is reported positive. Okay, so this was just energy, and I just recall one of the stock that I want to share it with you. This will be the last one. Okay, DADA. This is like one of the good stock these days, I would say. And welcome, Mohsin. Okay, so DADA is relatively new one. Don't invest like too much in here, but a small quantity can be considered. So sideways, up sideways, and then a huge gain, around 30% gain on the last day. And this one is a breakout from this channel. After a breakout here, what happened here? After a breakout from this channel, it moved sideways, and within that sideways it had like 37 to 31, like $5-6 within that channel. So if it moves sideways again, if it moves sideways again, I will copy this, I'll paste it here. So if it can move in sideways again, this can also be a good opportunity for this stock, but not at this level, like that, of course, at 43, because RSI is like almost exhausted. So where to go? These are the levels for RSI to cool off, or this can be also a level to watch out. This one, I would say. Yeah. So let it cool down for a bit, and then within this channel, you can have like few dollars gain here, and before it takes its next move, like this one up. It is like almost similar to Neo. So Neo, I showed you Neo in the same pattern. Yep. The parallel channels up, parallel channels and up, and DADA is the upcoming stock for this. So add this in the watch list. I'm not recommending you to buy at this level. Do your own research for this because this is relatively new stock. There is no such history of this stock, but this can be a good stock to have this in your watch list. Okay, guys. I think this shall be end of our session for today. And thank you very much for joining. Before we go off, Vivek, do you want to share something? Anything related to Dada or the previous talks that we just
No,
discussed?
I am not following Dada at all, so I have no idea about it. But yes, most of the other stocks you have covered, very well covered it. So there's nothing much to add to it.
Oh, that's good. Okay, yeah, that is new. So I also don't have anything more deep inside. That's why I'm saying, keep it in the watch list. Okay,
Absolutely.
and take care for this RSI things and these levels. Okay, guys. So I think we shall call it a day, and then we will meet in our next sessions. And if you still have some questions or if you want to analyze something, so you can send me a message. And sometimes I miss the chat which is going on in the message. I might not be able to respond. If there's some particular question, you can send me a private message so that won't be missed out. Because there's so many messages in a row, so sometimes like if there are 20-30 messages, I might be able to read only the 2-3 messages that are on the top of the list. So if you have something in particular, you can send me a private message and then we'll take it from there. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for joining, and this video will be uploaded by tomorrow at night, so you can watch it on YouTube if you have missed it. And thank you very much for joining, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Tahir.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you, Vivek. Thanks all.
Bye.